moderator.
Okay.
Give up on my way home, yeah. Wouldn't it be crazy? Oh, don't you still amaze me? Wouldn't it be crazy? Oh, don't you still amaze me? Wouldn't it be crazy? Oh, don't you still amaze me? Wouldn't it be crazy? Oh, don't you still amaze me? Give up on my way home, yeah. Give up on my way home, yeah. Wouldn't it be crazy? Oh, don't you still amaze me? Wouldn't it be crazy? Oh, don't you still amaze me? Wouldn't it be crazy? Oh, don't you still amaze me? Wouldn't it be crazy? Oh, don't you still amaze me? Give up on my way home, yeah.
This is the move. For those who...
What we do here is go back.
Seven, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
I
What's going on, everybody? Tim, the one and only Child of Mecha. You're watching the Child of Mecha live stream. Now, if you've been watching for the last, I don't know, 10 minutes or so, I said the winner of the shirt contest guessing game tonight would get some stickers. You know, just changing things up. Felt generous. Nobody guessed it! Come on! Nobody got it. Not a single person got it. Ugh. That's okay though. We're gonna do that again. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Because I want to give away some stickers. Alright? Giving away some stickers. So, let's talk about stickers first. Just a second. Actually, rewind that. Let's not talk about stickers just right this second. Let's talk about let's get the business out of the way first. Hey, if you want to represent the Mecha Army, hit up childofmecha.com. George Lelio says we're all losers. Nah. You're all special. Take that however you want it. You're all special. Your mom, all of your mothers said you were special. Anyway, so guys, if you want a cool ass Mecha Army t-shirt or hat, we got them in camo. Hit up www.childofmecha.com. Hit the store button up at the top. You'll find shirts, hats, bags, all sorts of other cool stuff on there. Definitely go load it up, right? Bailey says like a bologna special. That's fucked up. Because I hate bologna. Oh, God. Anyway. Oh, boy. Anyway. Aside from that, guys, if you are interested in any of the tools and materials that we are working with here tonight, hit up the Amazon link just below here on YouTube and Twitch. That side, if you're watching on Facebook, I do get a small commission based off the stuff that you buy, but it doesn't increase the price for you. Hit that up. Find books for mecha inspiration. Get camera gear for streaming if you want to get into it. It's a lot of fun. And then also all the stuff, well, most of the stuff that we work with here tonight is going to be on there. You might even find some stuff that you might not even know that you needed. Aside from that, my good friend Mr. Adam from USA Gundam Store, he's over there. Look at this. Gary, sub-anniversary woot noise. Gotta love Gary, man. Gotta love Gary. Adam from Mr. USA Gundam Store, he's there. And if you need kits or paints or Mecha Decal 001W, hit up Adam and the fine crew down there at USA Gundam Store. They will definitely hook you up. The new decals are coming. They are in process. We're just basically waiting to hear back from Cartograph. I mean, we've heard back, but waiting to hear back when they're done and shipping. Fun times. Anyway, let's talk about stickers. Yeah? Because we were going to give some away. And these are the stickers that I got. These were the... I showed these, I don't know, maybe a week or two ago. These prototypes here. You know, Titans Test Team, Gundam Skull, and then the Chibis and stuff like that. What I wanted to do, I didn't obviously post them right away on the site because I wanted to test out the quality first. And the quality on these stickers is pretty good. It's pretty good, right? The trick of these stickers is that you, number one, have to make sure that the surface is extremely clean and it works best on smooth surfaces. Yeah. Because what I did was I stuck some on my my spray booth over here. Obviously, it's outside of the camera. Stuck some on there, and obviously it's dusty and dirty and nasty, and it's definitely not a smooth surface. And the decals started to wrinkle up a bit. And they started to pull away. Mainly because I think of the dirt that was on there, the paint particulates and the dust and whatever else is floating around in here. sanding dust and plastic crap and all that stuff. But stuck some on a very clean surface, and those have been perfectly fine. So, there you go. So, with that caveat, we'll probably make these stickers available to you guys, and kind of put their, for smooth surfaces, best experience and all that good stuff, yeah? So, there you go. Let's see, what else? I don't know. I can't think of much else at this point in terms of news. Let's talk about scheduling for this week. Yeah, I know last Friday I said what I might do is tonight might be the only stream and take off for the rest of the week and basically just have a chill vacation week. And that's definitely what's going to happen. I just decided earlier today that yes, tonight is the only stream for the week. We'll be back here on Monday of next week. There will be no mechanism this week. I have to check with the gang and see if they want to postpone it next weekend or just kind of roll it over until the next one. But more news on that as it becomes available. Yeah. So that's all. That's all I got. Brandon5269 says, I always use 91 isopropyl alcohol to prep any surface before I put a sticker on. And that's a really good idea. I did not. Food for thought. I have an old fridge down here that used to be our main until we got a replacement. And it's got a nice flat, smooth surface and stuck 3 up there, and none of them have pulled at all away from the surface. They've been absolutely perfect. So what I think I might do is actually slap one on the back of my car on the windshield. Clean it up, obviously, of course, first, and then kind of see what how that reacts. I don't know. I might do that first before posting these, because I know a lot of you guys would probably want to do the same thing. So I'll give it a shot before we go forward with that. Yeah. So good stuff. Adam's like, dang, holidays always getting in the way, right? You know what? It's needed. So we do this shit on a consistent basis, week in, week out, 3 nights a week. Sometimes you need a break. Sometimes you guys need a break too, right? So, yeah. But anyway, okay, so tonight what we're going to be doing is we're going to continue working on the arm. If you missed last Friday, we took a Dremel to one of these arms and just kind of hacked the hell out of it, right? We're going to continue working on that, but first I want to get this spare hand magnetized up, and then also finish embedding this magnet into the Moa Hawk, right? And I'll show you guys that here in just a moment. So, without any further ado, here we go. Whoa, what's that? There we are. All right, so there's the magnet. Excuse me. James says, I'll admit I haven't been watching the stream too much the last few weeks due to personal events. Yeah, and dude, you're busy at night too, working and everything, right? Adam says, yeah, giving everyone the 4th off. See, that's a good boss right there, you guys. That's a good boss. Gary's over there on YouTube. He says, hello, YT fam. Anyway, good stuff. Welcome, Gary. Anyway, so let's talk about this here real quick, shall we? If you remember the whoops. Is that upside down again? Why does it do that? Why does it turn upside down? Incredible. Hang on. Bloop. There we go. Now we're in business. Incredible. Yeah, I don't know why. Anywho, so if you remember, this the grip here on the Moa Hawk had just a scribed-in notch to match the little notch. Oops, the little kind of peg right here on the hand, right? That slotted into that notch. So what I did, and what's become basically the thing at this point, our good friend Ransley Clark from Down Under has graciously graciously sending us some high mobility arms to basically as spare parts for the Zaku here. And what we're going to do is we're basically just going to hot swap the arm out because this arm is getting crushed up, and I want to display it. Sometimes I want to display it as pristine. So we're going to have two separate arms, one crushed up, one not crushed up. And so what I needed to do is find another hand for the crushed up arm, right? Now, two people, Mr. Chris R. and Mr. Spider 2K2, James 2.0, graciously sent us some donor kits, and I know I've been using a lot of parts, mostly from James's kit, and I've used a few parts from Chris R's kit. So with this, the hands that came with James's kit were pretty loose. The digits were like flippy floppy. So what I had to do is basically make a brand new hand here out of different parts from both donor kits, and this it's fairly good. And once we get some primer on this, these will stiffen up nicely, and those will be good to go, right? So that's a plus. But what we're going to do is we're going to embed some more magnets into the palm here so that the magnet here can just link up to those, and we won't have any dropsy issues or anything like that, right? Now, that magnet, obviously, as you can see there, has not been secured into the handle just yet, because I want to dig out just a little bit more plastic in there, and I want to show you guys kind of the process that I took, because it was somewhat laborious, right? So, let's get our eyes on here, shall we? James says, I recognize that arm. Nice. Bailey says, oh, I feel sick. Like someone flipped me on my head. Nice. Good call, Bailey. Good call, man. All right, so let's spin this around. So we're using the 1, 2, 3 blocks as just kind of a, a nice kind of raised work surface. This helps with this particular type of procedure, right? So I'm using the big boy 3mm BMC. Like I said, this thing is way too big. Way too big for, scribing or notches or anything. This type of chisel realistically is for sculpting, right? This is just not something that you want to use to try and do fine work. This is more of a sledgehammer, and it's well worth the money, though. Let me make that clear. It's well worth the money, especially when it comes to processes like this. So what I'm doing is actually I'm holding it upside down from what you normally would, right? And I'm actually pushing and kind of using it the same way as you would a wood chisel, right? Now, since this is the big boy 3mm, the pressure that you apply to the blade and to the shaft of the blade and everything can more than take it. This is a beast of a chisel. So what I'm just doing is I'm just kind of hogging out plastic shards here, and just trying to get a lower deck of this opening, right? Just kind of lowering that surface level down to where this magnet will be nice and flush with the surface of the rest of the handle. And this is, like I said, this is a slow process, but we're, lucky for you, we're almost there. I got most of this kind of hogged out before we went live. So this is more just kind of fine tuning and stuff right now. Now, what I'm doing here, yes, I'm scraping that what is it, that opening or slot here or whatever, right? Mainly just to lower the height and kind of even out the surface. And we're just spinning it back around in both directions. And let's give that a shot. Let's see what we've accomplished here. Looks pretty decent, actually. Wait 1 second. Let me get just this little bit here in the corner, kind of chunked out there. Kind of even that up. All right. So, real quick, for those of you that are outside of the States, which I know there's several. So this week being a holiday week, this is July 4th week here in the States. It's American Independence Day is what it is, right? So that's kind of why, and it falls on a Thursday, so that's kind of why we're taking the rest of the week off here. Nice leisurely week. Get caught up on some things around the house. Make some headway on this guy. There we go. Alright, so now let's smash this magnet in here. And let's see. Whoop, got away from us. Okay. That looks pretty good. Nice and flush. Decent. Pretty decent. You know what? Never a dull moment with Tim Mather in the chat, you guys. He says, for us Brits, it's called Treason Day. I can't argue that. Oh, yeah, I can't argue that, buddy. I cannot argue that. Donnie Baxter's over there on Facebook. He says 4th equals full day of Gunpla. Yeah, man. Most of the day for me, yeah. I think I'm gonna cut the lawn. It needs it. But we don't do the parades. We don't go to fireworks. None of that stuff. We might cook out just the family and us, but that's about it. So, it is what it is. It's a fun day. It's a fun day. So, all right. But back to the handle, man. That looks pretty nice and flush there. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. So what we'll do is we'll take that out of there. And let's get this thing secured up with some of our good friend, Mr. Bob Smith's super glue here. Yeah. Our boy Bob. He made me, Bob made me change from Loctite to his glue. He must be doing something right, you guys. Anyway, all right, let's bring this guy back in here, back into camera. All right, so just a little dab of super glue in there. Just kind of rummage that around in there and get all that nicely coated. And then we'll just smash this down onto the magnet. And now the beauty is if you turn this upside down like that, it's going to magnetize down and into that super glue, and it's going to grip onto that super glue that much better. You can give it a little push and everything too, but ooh, strong. Strong. Ooh, very strong. Wow. But, man, that's looking good. That's perfect. That is perfect for what we need. All right, so these are the little magnets that we're working with here. These little guys, right? So, whoop, right there. Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot about that, you guys. Stranger Things Season 3 is July 4th. I completely forgot about that. Completely forgot about that. Kenneth Sim, he was the first one to mention that. Damn. Last season, too. At least I think it is. That's a shame. Bailey says Netflix has some gall. Right? Oh, man. Oh, hey, you know what? George is out there, Mr. Old School Gunpla. He's watching his IG Hangout replay on his YouTube channel. Go check it out if you haven't. It's very good. I'm about, I don't know, maybe 2/3 the way through it. And what I learned from watching that is that the donor kit that Chris R., our good friend, had sent me, had donated, was his very first kit that he ever made, you guys. Like, how cool is that? I mean, when I heard that, I was just like, oh man, I didn't know that. He didn't tell me. So, that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool to find out. Pretty cool to find out. So, Captain Weirdbeard, Captain, he says, it is the Larry Y season. Last season. I get it. Freddy's here. What's up, Freddy? What is it? Mr. Tentacleman.info or something like that? Freddy? Let us know the new URL. Gunplay. Yes. Thank you, Gary. Gunplay. Gunplay all day, every day, Freddy says. Nice. George says, fun hang, awesome people. I agree. Tim Mather says, the difficult third album, season 3, might fall off. Man, Timmy, don't do that. Come on, man. Don't jinx us. Killing me, brother. You're killing me. Freddie says, tentacleman.info. Yes. Tentacleman.info. If you guys don't follow Gundam Mamu on Instagram, he did a story today where he recorded his screen and he typed in tentacleman.info and it went to freddywaswrong.com. It was just, it was perfect. It was fucking perfect. Oh man, love it. Zero Kai's over there on YouTube. He says, let's hope last season of Stranger Things ending doesn't suck like how Game of Thrones. You know, Game of Thrones is one of those decisive, divisive even endings. I happen to like it. A lot of people didn't, and I understand why they didn't. So yeah, let's hope a more universally liked ending is in store for Stranger Things season 3, right? We'll see. We shall see. Anyway, all right. Let's take a look at this hand here, shall we? Now, my concern is that this hand will not fit one of these block magnets here. That's There's no way of properly holding. There we go. So we'll just... So, yeah. That's way too big for that, for the hand right there. Let's get that more in the center. I mean, you're looking at... Shit, you're looking at maybe 1 millimeter on each side clearance for this magnet. So we probably won't go with this block magnet for the hand. Now, what we can do, and what I do have plenty of, are these little disc style magnets. Let me get these out of the bag and I'll show them to you here. Right? Bailey says Good Omens was good. Yes, it was. I thought it was awesome. I loved Good Omens. And you know what? If you didn't like it, then you're wrong. Plain and simple. I thought it was great. I had never read the book. I know it's based on a book or a graphic novel or something like that, right? We had never heard of it. My wife and I just watched it, instantly fell in love with it. Done. We loved it. So, all right. So, yeah, I think we can fit 2 of these side by side like this and get a huge amount of staying put power in there, right? So let's get on that. Let's mock this up. Let's pull this sucker apart here. Now, I went ahead and started to clean this hand up. I rotored out the peg holes here because whoever donated this particular hand, which I don't even know anymore, did not do that. And I figure most people probably don't do that at this point either, so it's not a surprise. All right, so let's get our nippers here. We're going to snip this peg off. Get that guy right out of the way. Yeah. And we'll just trim this down just to make it easier on us. Much cleaner too, by the way. All right, so there we have a nice cleaned out palm of this particular piece. Right now, what we have to do is we have to keep in mind what we've got on the other side of the palm. That's going to normally throw a wrench into things, right? And for my initial look at this thing, this definitely does. It definitely throws a wrench into it. Not what I would say a huge wrench, right? Because what we can do is we can put 2 of these side by side like this, right there in the middle of the hand, and we'll only have to drill out maybe the side of those peg holes a little bit. So I think we'll be good. I think we'll be good. Now, the biggest challenge that we're going to face is getting the proper positioning for these magnets, right? That's going to be important. So what we need to do is try to measure the diameter in millimeters. All right, so this is 3.2 millimeters in diameter for these little magnets. All right, so we know that, right? We're going to stick these magnets off to the side here. Let's try to find a 3.2 millimeter. I think this is either 3.2 or 4. Perfect, 3.2 right here. All right, so this is a 3.2 millimeter strip, which is the same diameter of the magnets, right? So, and that fits almost perfectly within this middle cavity in here, right? This this middle part right here, that almost fits there. It's just a little it's a little tight right down here where this knuckle is, and we might have to maybe just trim that back just ever so slightly to make everything fit the way that it should, right? So that's actually not bad. It's actually not bad at all. And we'll see, and we can actually kind of just jam that 3.2 millimeter in there, and it's honestly fine. But food for thought, we need to start drilling this thing out. Here we go. Let's get the scale over there. Let's get the grinding plates out of the way, and we'll get our drill bits here. Now we need our cheat sheet. So with this drill index, with it being a wire gauge drill index, you need a good old cheat sheet, a conversion sheet for the number of the drill to millimeters. So we go down, we look for 3.2, or the closest thing to 3.2, and that's a number 30 drill size is what we need. So we look in our index, we find number 30, which is this guy right here. This is our winner. Ding, 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 ding. Number 30. Right there. Cool? Alright. So we're going to put him off to the side here. Let's put this one drill bit back so we don't lose it. That would be bad. Close this up. Put this to the side. And there we go. We've got our drill bit. Now, the big thing, let's test out the diameter of this particular drill bit, right? Because you don't want to go committing a hole into your part if, number one, the hole is too big or too small, right? So, we got our drill bit mounted in our pin vise. We got a scrap block of plastic sheet here. We're just going to go to town. That's a pre-existing hole there, so let's see the sizing. Yeah. And that's actually a little loose for my preference, right? So let's step it down. Let's step it down one drill bit size. We're going to go down to 31. And as these drill bits get higher in number, the smaller diameter they become. So that's why it's a higher number, but a smaller drill bit, right? So keep that in mind. Unfortunately, here in the States, we don't have the luxury of having access to nice, cheap, metric-sized drill bit sets. They're always mad expensive, which is unfortunate. But what are you going to do? All right. So, again, we're just going to use a hole that I have drilled. Nope, we're not going to do that. Come on. Really kind of crank down on your drill bits here, you guys. Nope, not going to do that either. Just going to drill a brand new hole. Sometimes that's just easier. Okay, so that is one bit smaller. And I think that's actually going to do much better. Yeah, cool. We're going to start with that. We're going to start with that one. If for some reason it doesn't work, we can always step it up, right? If it's too loose out of the gate, it's not like you can put material back on. So keep that in mind, right? Zero Kai says, Tim, where can I get the conversion cheat sheet at? Dude, I actually just Googled it. Just a Google image search. Look for, and this is basically all that it looks like. So you have your drill size, you have your diameter in millimeter, and it just goes up and down the numbered drill bits, right? So that's really all that it is. But I did a Google image search, found a bunch of them, found the best one that I liked, photoshopped out the shit that I didn't need, and just kept the stuff that I did, laminated it, and yeah, I've had it on my bench ever since. So, yeah. Superset 5's over there on Twitch. He says, I'm noticing some inconsistencies with the gold on my perfect grade Phoenix. I'm thinking of changing the whole color palette. I'm thinking of a unicorn style G3 palette. Gold to gray, blue to black. What do you think? Interesting. Interesting. My one concern is using the color black. Black is a very, very, very vibrantly rich, saturated color, right? When you look at things in real life that are actually painted black, like a stealth bomber or something like that, out in the sunlight, do they actually look really darkly saturated black like that, right? Not normally. Not normally. They look, you know, a couple shades of gray lighter, right? So my only concern would be to not use black, but to use maybe like a dark gray, maybe like a German gray or something like that along those lines, maybe a deep sea gray or a dark sea gray, like I said. And I think that would probably lend itself to the lighter shade of gray and really kind of make a nicely fine-tuned color palette. So, kind of my thoughts. So, there you go. Hopefully that helps, Superset. I hope it helps, man. Using the actual color black for me is a complete no-no, because it just doesn't look realistic in scale, right? And we're always chasing that illusion of scale, right? So using a deep saturated black color like that, it just doesn't sell. It doesn't sell scale, right? But if you use something just a hint lighter, just a hint, you're gonna be able to number one, you're gonna be able to panel line it better with black, and then you're also going to be able to weather that a little bit better as well if you wanted to, obviously. But you know, food for thought. All right. Anywho, let's get this guy started to go, right? So what we're going to do first is we're going to drill through the palm of this hand. And we're going to drill through the backside into the front. And the reason why we're doing that is because we're going to Dremel out the rest of it here. So, and we're just using a pretty light, consistent pressure until it busts through, and then you have to back it out while still spinning, and there you go. Whoops. There's your initial drill through of the hand, right? And that's dead center within the back parts there. Pretty good. Yeah, pretty good. Now, let's see here. Let's get this nasty crap trimmed off of here. And let's test out one of our magnets. Okay? Let's see the holding power of this thing. Boom. Alright, so which one was it? It was this one right here. Right? We'll just push that down into the hole with our little bamboo pointer deal here. Come on now. Get in there. Doesn't wanna go down. Oh well. Anyway. Ooh. Man. That's it's pretty strong with one. Let's put the axe head back onto it and let's see. Yeah, that's not bad. Now, obviously, there's going to be rotation this way because it's only one magnet there, right? But when you have the rest of the fingers and the digits there to stabilize this, that's not bad. That's not bad. But we could always go for 2. I'm kind of feeling a little squirrely at that point too. So let's go for 2. Let's go for 2. Now, luckily, we still have our teeny tiny little cylindrical Dremel bit here from the last time we were together, right? So there's that. Kind of Sim found a source to the large Minishima sanding plate. Oh, really? Neat. But Bailey says, yeah, it is different from what Tim has linked on his Amazon page. Yeah, I would definitely want to grab one of those plates, but to pay $25 and then wait whatever unknown length of time for the Japanese seller on Amazon to get it out, not my thing. Yeah. Kenneth Sim, I couldn't share the link. Yeah, links are disabled for users there as a kind of a default there, Kenneth. Sorry about that, buddy. So, one of those things. Alright, let's clean off these. Alright. Now, let's get to work dremeling this guy out here, shall we? Now, we do need to take special care when working with this particular piece, because we don't want to go too crazy with this. Okay, not bad, not bad. Pretty good. That's exactly kind of where we need it to be. Okay, let's stop there and check our progress, because that's going to be the biggest thing with this particular procedure, is to check your progress often, like literally all the time. So let's get some of these little magnets here, and let's see if we got what we need it to be. All right, so we need a little bit more. Come on, focus, damn it. Boop. There we go. So we need a little bit more room up here. And we need just a little bit wider all throughout. Not a big deal. So what we'll do, let's get the good old Alpha here. And we're just going to start to trim this guy just really, really carefully here. And be careful when you're altering this particular hand. These little grabby border deals here on that keep the fingers in, very fragile. Very. Why is it going out of focus like that? That's weird. Focus. Damn it. Stupid thing. Anyway. Superset 5. Does Bandai use clear yellow on their gold-plated kits? I'd rather keep the gold if I can. I don't... So it depends on what type of gold that you have, right? Because like on the Hayaku Shiki 2.0, there is a clear yellow over the silver. I know that because I've stripped mine. Now, if you're talking about if it's, and I'm not familiar with the perfect grade Fenix, so forgive me. But if it's actually chrome kind of plated, like it's a mirror finish, kind of like the Hakushiki Master Grade 1.0, then no, that is electroplated. That is you're SOL at that point. So depends on the type of finish that you have on that Fenix. But I don't know. Let's see. Hey, our friend Zach Bleish is here from good old Galactic Toys up in beautiful Grand Rapids, Michigan. What's going on, buddy? Ultraman Dino, what's going on, buddy? On whose Twitter page? I don't know, somebody's Twitter page, not my Twitter page. I don't got shit going on my Twitter page. Does anybody follow me here on Twitter? I know William Wilms does, because he tweets things and retweets and likes and all that kind of stuff on Twitter, but I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of Twitter. Not for any particular reason other than it's just I've never gotten into it. And the infrastructure and the way that it's designed seems weird. I don't know. It's just not familiar, I guess. I haven't spent enough time with it, probably. Yeah? Bailey says Tim can demonstrate using his Minishima plate. Yeah, absolutely. Ultraman Dyna. He says, I've been MIA. I've been sick. Dude, hopefully you're feeling better. That sucks. I hate being sick. I hate other people being sick, too. Zach Blythe says, not too much, just hanging out. Wanted to stop by. Sweet. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that. Let's see. Edwin Arce, what do people usually use the plates for? My local store is about to get some, and I am interested on getting one. Yeah, dude. Edwin, let's real quick kind of take a siesta from drilling out the hands here. Let's show you the Minishimas, yeah? Because these are definitely worth their weight in gold, buddy. So you've got two, and our good friend Luis, Mr. Ultraman Dyna, actually sent these to me. So again, Luis, thank you, buddy. Appreciate that as always. These are amazing. But yes, what Bailey had said is true. These are basically like large files, right? And they're just thin strips of steel with a file tooth engraved in the surface. And we've got the Mohawk stuck to one because of the magnet. And they come in, from what I understand, they come in two different flavors. Medium grit, fine grit, right? Your medium grit is basically going to take down material, make the surface, whatever you're grinding down, it's going to flatten that surface out tremendously well. If you took a look at the stabilizing blocks that we did last week, most of that work was done on these bad boys right here, right? The medium one, like I said, shaped everything up, got everything really nice and flat and beautiful. The fine one just made it, oh, so nice. So flat, so pristine, it was just gorgeous, right? So what can you do with this thing, right? So, no, that's not a good example. So let's say, for instance, you've got this piece here, this little greebly piece, right? And it's not completely flat on the back. It's kind of, there's kind of a middle ridge here, and you want to flatten that out, right? So you just kind of take the medium plate here, you place this sucker down, and you just kind of go back and forth a few times. Or you can just go in one direction if you want. One, and then you just count to keep it even. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? And then you can turn it around the other direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you just keep spinning it back and around for however many times. And what that'll do is that'll start to flatten that surface out. Really, really nice. So that's basically the very, very short Cliff's Notes versions of Minishima grinding plates. These are amazing. Really, really good. Really good. Bailey says, Tim, the older electroplated plates are just clear plastic too. That's what I meant. Because I forget who asked. I think it was Zero Kai. He was asking if they used a like a clear yellow over top of it. Bailey says, I suspect Bandai doesn't vary that too much amongst the plated... Yeah, I think they're all, for the most part, clear under that coating or whatever. Some are different than others, obviously. But, no, I think what Zero Kai was mentioning was there a clear yellow over top of it. And from what I remember of the Hyakushiki Master Grade 1.0, it was just straight electroplated. That was what you got, right? So, yeah. James 1.0. Mr. Jimmy Denise Nozaku Boy himself is here. What's going on, buddy? Shouldn't you be working on a model? On a diorama. James is like everywhere right now, but he should be working on his damn model. Nice. Good. Tim Mathers out. Good night, Timmy. Appreciate you stopping by, buddy. Alright, so, anyway, back on the hand, right? He says, oh, I'm at actual work now. Oh, the diversion from the hobby, right? Nice. And yes, I should be at home working on that, right? Super Set 5 says, it looks like the plastic itself is solid yellow. Interesting. Okay. Underneath of that crap, it varies, you know? I know the Hyakushiki 1.0 is this stark, clear, kind of whitish. Let me get it for you real quick. It's pretty... It's actually pretty cool to look at it when it's completely stripped down. It's very interesting. So here's what the Hakushiki 2.0 looks like once he goes naked. Pretty crazy, actually. So that is completely stripped of all the plating and everything, and that's bare plastic. So, I've actually got some cool ideas for this guy. I just need time to execute those ideas. But, yeah, that's basically what this guy looks like. Yeah, it's definitely a smooth, very smooth surface. It's not shiny smooth, but it's nice and smooth. Nicely smooth, right? Nice and smooth. If you guys know who Nice and Smooth are, then shout out. Sometimes I rhyme slow, sometimes I rhyme quick. Anyway, so yeah, that's what Haku looks like naked. Fun. Anyway. Alright. Julio says, I showed you my Haku, please respond. What? That's funny. Kenneth Sim, it's like some milky, clear plastic. Oh, Zerakai, was that not you? I'm sorry, buddy. I thought it was somebody else. Anyway. Edwin RSA, it's not Hayaku Shiki anymore, it's Naked Shiki, right? Yeah. Donnie Baxter, old head rap. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Somebody knew what I was talking about. I knew somebody would. Yes! Oh. Greg Nice. Yes. Cheers, Donnie. That makes me feel good that somebody actually knew who Nice and Smooth are, right? Oh, man. George says, look at this. Look at George. What? My kind of rap? What? George likes rap, you guys. I did not know that. George, tell us more about your hip-hop preferences. We need to know this. What? Yeah, look at George. Public Enemy, KRS-One, Redhead Kingpin. Holy shit. I have a newfound respect, or no, a new level of respect for Mr. George. Wow. Oh, James says, James Nozaku Boy says, I'm sure there are photos of George in parachute pants. Yes! We need to see those. We definitely need to see those. Donnie Baxter over on Facebook. George Got Soul. LMAO. Yes, man. Oh my God, George. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Living up to the name, Old School Gunpla. That's what I'm talking about, man. Oh, yes. You know how good that makes me feel, Georgie. Seriously, that's awesome. Holy shit. Yes. Oh, man. Julio Ponte, yeah. Clipping Nubs. He says, old school digging in the crates, right? Wow. Nice. Love it. Some old school hip hop. That's what I'm talking about. The golden age. Woo! Oh. See, now I'm like... Now I just want to end the stream and go listen to old school hip hop at this point. Seriously. Oh, man. Donnie Baxter. Nobody knows Redhead Kingpin. I'll be honest with you. I am not familiar with Redhead Kingpin either. Just honest truth. I am not familiar. Nozaku Boy says, evidence destroyed means G Fresh and parachute pants confirmed. Is that George's new name, is G Fresh? Have we established this? I think we might have. James, I think you might have stumbled onto something here, buddy. G Fresh. Nice. I like it. Brandon G says, can we at least get one of you in a starter jacket? Yeah, right? Come on, man. Tetro1 over there on Twitch, he says, hello, what's going on, man? Thank you for watching. We are working on some stuff and talking about old school hip-hop. Fun times. George says, oh, shit. Art Inc. by DB, that's Donnie. He says, much respect, George. He came over there. Look at this. He came over to give George respect. That's what I'm talking about, Donnie. Gumpa Uruguay. MCG Fresh in the house, right? G Fresh in the house from Donnie, yeah. Art Inc. by DB, ha ha ha. Julio Ponte, a Fila tracksuit. What? Nah, see, okay, so I think you guys are just a little bit too new school. I think you guys are I think you guys are a little too new school. I think George had a little bit of more of an edge back when he was a B-boy. What I envision is George rocking, the stonewashed black Levi's with the Adidas shell tops, Kangol to the back, rocking the gold chain, straight up Run DMC style. That's kind of what I'm envisioning. Right? Because, he's from Boston. He's, Boston B-boy. He's rocking it. And George breakdanced when he was a kid, right? He had to. He had to, man. Yes! Arting by DB, Donnie says Mercedes emblem gold chain. Oh my god, yes. Oh, wow. And George says, okay, I'm going to spin up some Dana Dane on the table. What? Look at this guy, man. Oh, Julio Ponte, straight up electric boogaloo, right? Man, he was chilling with Turbo and Ozone, and you guys know that. And if you don't know who Turbo and Ozone is, then I would definitely go and Google it, because it's more fun that way. Oh, this is great. This is absolutely great. Whoo. George, I think we found the topic for tomorrow night's church. I think we have. I think the fans need to know this information. We need to know all of your hip-hop preferences and b-boy styles. I think you might need to beatbox a little bit tomorrow night too, buddy. Oh. Oh, so great. Oh, this is awesome. Oh, Brandon G, somebody get out the cardboard. Yes. Oh, come on. Oh, how good is this? How funny is that? And Julio says, was there a goth, George? Oh, man. Chris Pabs is over there on Facebook. He says, sup, guys? Late again. Finished filming for now. Dude, you missed it. We've been chilling here with MCG Fresh, old school Gumpla George, and he's been telling us about his stylistic b-boy days back in Boston, living it up with some cold fresh raps and some funky dope beats. So you're just gonna have to rewind it, Chris. Sorry, man. I love it. I fucking love it. Oh, oh, funky dope beats. George is rocking funky dope beats. Oh, man. Whew. Yeah, Donnie says, hey, Donnie's back over there on Facebook. He says, hey, Pabs, we just found out George is a b-boy. Right? God, this is great. Oh, my God. Man. George, you know what? It just raised your level of street cred to, like, infinite levels, buddy. Really, really did. Oh, so good. So damn good. Okay. All right. So I think we're in good shape on this, right? Oh man. Whew. George says glam metal. Lived through some of it. Just explained what hair metal bands were to my daughters. Nice. Oh, George, they've got to watch The Dirt on Netflix. The story of Motley Crue. What a great movie. Like, I've actually watched that movie like 3 or 4 times. It was so good. It's a great flick. It's so much fun. I highly recommend it. Ooh, look at this, you guys. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Don't drop it. Don't drop it. This, man, I think these magnets fit better. I think these magnets fit really, really good right now. Man, I think these fit better than a woolly Kangol hat. Ah, come on, you. But yeah, George, if you if you do watch The Dirt, just know that it is everything that you would expect from a Motley Crue documentary. Just saying. I'm just saying. It's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. And it gets pretty dark. So, just putting that out there, right? Oh, man. Damn, this has been fun, you guys. Finding out George is a b-boy from back in the day? Come on, man. Oh, so awesome. That's so awesome, dude. Oh. I love it. I love this. I really, really fucking love that. George says, I'm on that. Nice. Zero Kai, oh man, George is a b-boy. Yes. Oh, Super Set 5. What's sorry, I missed your question, man. He says, Tim, answer me the question. Please let me scroll up. Hang on, Super Set. Sorry, buddy. Where did it go? Do I use 91% isopropyl alcohol to get the same result as your Hayakushiki? No. So hang on 1 second and I will get the product that I used to strip that Hayakushiki clean. Hangs tight just 1 second. Stay right there, don't move. So this is the stuff that I used right here. This is called Zep Fast 505, right? This is industrial strength degreaser. This is concentrated shit. And this is amazing stuff. This will take that off with no ill effects to the plastic in about 6.5, 7 hours. It's completely safe for the plastic. I have to stress that. You can get that jug at your local Home Depot, right? Down the cleaning aisle and everything. Just dump that in a Tupperware container big enough for the runners. Pop the runners in there. Maybe weight them down a little bit so they don't float and all that. Yeah, that stuff works wonders. Kenneth Stim, I thought bleach works. Yeah. Well, and James Nozaku Boy just kind of let the cat out of the bag. Get real bleach, America. Yeah, the bleach that you get here in the States is kind of on the weak side. I tried bleach when I tested the Hakushiki, and you guys can see my full testing results on chadamecha.com. I wrote up an article, the definitive stripping guide to this. But bleach did not work very well. The stuff that you get here in the States, it's not strong. If you get stuff out, if you're outside of the States, then you know what, your mileage may vary, because that shit is dead strong. Yeah, Nozaku Boy James says bleach here strips it in 5 minutes. Yeah, that's crazy, because when I left a piece of runner from the Shiki in bleach in the state, United States bleach, after 7 hours, it basically just stripped the coloring off. It left the silver on, which was kind of a cool effect, really. But it did not really touch the plating itself. So, FYI. Zero Kai, did George wear baggy clothes back in the day? I bet, right? Bailey says, bleach doesn't work as good. No. Yeah. The U.S. bleach is very watered down, unfortunately. Chartwin says, good stuff. It takes 3 inches of engine muck off. Yeah, this stuff is crazy good. Chris Pab says, good for resin, Tim. Yes, it definitely is. It will clear the mold release. Yeah, in nobody's business. So, actually, fun fact, what I've done is I've used this. I put it in a little container like this, and I actually wet sanded with this right? Use gloves. It's not really harsh on your hands or anything, but use gloves. But I wet sanded with that, and man, I'll tell you what, I've never seen a more pristine resin surface in my life. So yes, it is definitely good for mold release elimination, shall we say. Bailey says, not actual bleach like the rest of the social Darwinist world has, right? Gunplay in Miami says, hey Tim, does Purple Power work? Yes, Purple Power is a little bit more watered down. I didn't have Purple Power on hand, but I got it after the fact and then retested, and it's not as good as Zep Fast 505 simply because Zep Fast 505 is concentrated, where Purple Power is not as concentrated, right? So, food for thought. It will definitely work, it just needs a little bit more time. So, there you go. Links53, Mr. Corey's over there on Twitch. What's going on, buddy? Stuck a chrome bumper in bleach in the US. 3 weeks later, only half is gone. Yeah. Forget it. Yeah, you're going to wait for months, dude. Zero Kai, wear a mask when you are stripping paints, you dorks. I mean, you don't have to. I mean, when you get into really harsh shit, yeah. But like, Mr. Color and stuff, you don't gotta wear a mask for that. There's nothing wrong with that. Nozaku Boy says, mask? Billy says, Purple Power is another degreaser. It might work. It does. Like I said, it just takes a lot of time. Bailey says, .3 brake fluid. Be careful, though. Be careful with the .3 brake fluid, because I have heard horror stories, because not all formulations are the same. Not all formulations are the same. So, if I'm telling you right now, if you're going to try brake fluid or something like that harsh, test it first. Make sure the plastic doesn't melt or get brittle or anything like that, because that's all I've heard horror stories. That's all I got to say. Link says, going okay, just hunting a scorpion problem here in the house. What? You got, wait, time out, Link. Corey, you have a scorpion in the house? What the hell, dude? Holy shit. Super Set 5, maybe I can use bleach and just airbrush clear yellow or clear gold on top of the chrome silver. Yeah, give it a shot. Check it out after maybe a couple hours. If you're using the Zep Fast 505, check it every hour or so, every 2 hours, something like that. But yeah, you don't want it to chew off too much of that silver. And in my testing, 7 hours was kind of like the sweet spot, because it did start to chew some of that away, but it wasn't really gone. Let's put it that way. Brandon 5269, anyone ever used 505 or other cleaner in an ultrasonic cleaner to help aid in removal? Yes, you absolutely can, but what I would do is use the double bowl technique. So, what you want to do is get a little container like this, plastic, glass, whatever. True Gunpla hosting with one viewer. What's going on, Joel? This guy. But get a little container and fill this with the Zep Fast 505, place that into your ultrasonic cleaner, fill the rest of the basin up to the same level as this with water, and then you're good to go. Place your parts in here and you're perfectly fine. That's the double bowl technique in terms of an ultrasonic cleaner. You save your basin from any weird chemicals, but you get the job done at the same time, so use your noggin. Dust Drive over there on Twitch, give us the lore on your build. Go full nerd on me. No. So real quick. So, the Gelgoog is hunting the Zaku 2 for some reason. True Gunpla with the sub. Thank you, buddy. Motherfucking Joel over here, man. What's up? Links 53, multiple of them this last week. Yeah, apartment peeps have been slow to respond, so just cleaning the house instead of cleaning nub marks. Yow, that ain't cool. Shit. Jose Villard is over there on YouTube. He says, I'm from Panama. Welcome. That's awesome. I'm a Gunpla builder since August 18th. Anyway, just wanted to say that your builds are amazing. I mean, you're just as gold, and that I just finished my first Master Grade Zaku 2. Awesome, dude. Thank you so much for the compliments. Man, that is awesome. I absolutely love the South American people, man. They got some cool-ass folks down there, man. Barack, Gunpla, Uruguay. Is Javier still on here, or did he say goodnight? I don't know. But, yeah. South Americans are cool people, man. That's awesome. True Gunpla, Joel's over there on Twitch. He says, "What's up, nerds?" Dude, Joel, you missed it, buddy. You missed it. We learned that... Oh, yes! Sorry. George, yes. Jose, this one's for you, man. Welcome to the Mecha Army. That's awesome. Yeah, there's Javier Gunpla, Uruguay. True Gunpla, he says, "I'm here now." So Joel, real quick. So what we did, we found out that George, old school Gunpla, is used to be a funky dope fresh b-boy back in the day. And, you know, he used to kick rhymes, and he used to beatbox, and he used to break dance, and he knew Turbo and Ozone from back in the day. And he used to listen to, like, Public Enemy and KRS-One and Dana Dane. And he just has some funky dope lyrics. We learned that tonight. It's literally on video. It's awesome. It's awesome. So there you go. Oh, yeah. That happened. Central America. Sorry. I get my South America, Central America mixed up. Hey, both are cool. Both are cool in my book. Both are cool in my book. Joel says, "Wait, do you know Scheme Richards?" I don't. But anyway. So, yeah. So, we learned that. George says, "This is how bad rumors get started." It's on film. It is literally on tape. We can go back and watch it. Oh. Zero Kai says, "What is South America GBWC like?" Non-existent, man, unfortunately. Those guys just do not have any sort of representation at all at this point, which is a damn shame. And they definitely should. They definitely should. There's some amazing modelers down there. Amazing modelers. Little Andrew's here. Watch out, everybody. I finished my movie. Now it's time to come here. Oh, well, thank you for gracing us with your presence, Andrew. Couple Uruguay Javier says, "And once is on the internet, it never goes away." You got it, Javier. You got it, man. Little Andrew says, "Why didn't you use a fixed hand?" Because the fixed hands that I have are not as big as this one, and I wanted the same aesthetic throughout. So that's why. Let's see. Zero Kai, no reps at all, sadly. Yeah. George says, "It's a shame given the number of modelers and groups, right? Right?" Javier says, "We are a small market for them." Yeah, it sucks, though. Builder Parts 1/100 Xeon hands, though. Yeah, no, and I don't have those. I just have the Kotobukiya rounded hands, so womp womp. Anyway, this is nothing. This is easy. This is easy. Easy stuff. So, what we got... We've got both of these installed. These are looking good. The levels are great. Now, we are just going to cinch these up with a little bit of super glue up in this chumpy. Just like that. Just like that. And now, just make sure these guys are properly pushed to the limit. Push it to the limit. Do, 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 do. Man, y'all, but seriously, if you guys know Nice and Smooth, then you know that Push It to the Limit song probably too. I'm just saying. Anyway. Bailey says, the fixed hand builder Xeon hands are Donkey Kong sized, Wreck-It Ralph sized trash. Damn, B. Tell us how you really feel. George says, you're an untapped market, Javier. I agree with George there. Bailey says, tried them. Lil Andrew says, LOL, didn't know, never tried it, haha. Well, that's what you get for suggesting something that you never tried before, Lil Andrew. Brandon, night everyone. Gotta be up early so I can drop the kid off at my parents' house. Wife is 36 weeks on Wednesday. Baby's coming any week now. Dude, congratulations early. Gotta sleep while I can. Yeah, that's for damn sure, man. Bailey says they might even be too big for the Yak Dogo. Damn, that big, huh? Andrew Young says, but then again, Tim, likey big hands. I have big hands. Javier says, you got that right, but there are some barriers that we need to break, like the fact that a hobby is considered a luxury. Yeah, that is kind of dumb. That and stupidly high taxes. Yeah, it's not great for business development, is it, Javier? I guess it's one of those things, unfortunately. George says, congrats to you both, Brandon. I agree. Lil Andrew says, no, Bailey, doubt it. The Yak Doga hands are huge and terrible. Julio says, where's the cocaine? What? Get out. Come on, Julio. Killing me with that, man. Brandon G, congrats. George Leo's fair enough, Javier. Unfortunately, yeah. Lil Andrew says, I had to swap the Yak hands for Gyaradoga hands. So bad it doesn't even have a trigger hand. All I hear is crying out of Lil Andrew, I swear. Julio says, freaky fingers, LMAFO. Yeah, right? And Andrew says, I am still pissed at myself for that Robotech figure I picked up. Good. It's what you deserve, Lil Andrew. Lil Andrew. Alright, we gotta spray this thing with some of that stuff that Bailey likes so bad. Whoa. Alright, so we're going to spray it with this stuff here, the Instaset. This is actually really good stuff. Like I said, it smells like strawberries. It really does, and I don't know why. It smells like that fake... It smells like that fake, nasty strawberry smell, like when you were a kid. You know, like on, like weird, you know, like those weird, what are they? Like freaking Care Bears with the smell and everything. That's what this stuff smells like, man. Like straight up 80s toys. Back when they were carcinogenic. And gave you cancer. They probably still do, but who cares? Let's see. Julio says, LOL, Scarface. Oh, well. Say goodnight to the bad guy. George says, Robo what? Lil Andrew says, I picked up the forbidden fruit, right? Yeah, you did. Let's see. Javier says, at least you didn't pre-order the 160th new Gundam figure. Oh, yeah. Oof, yeah, hello. Edwin Arce, if there was a problem, oh god, yo, I'll solve it. Check out the hook while my DJ revolves it. Come on, man. Edwin, you're killing me, buddy. You're killing me. Jose Javier Villard. Have you ever built the Thunderbolt? Because I'm having issues with the joints. Long story short, I broke both of them. No, man, I've never made the Thunderbolt. I do not have that kit or anything like that, and that sucks that you accidentally broke those two. Man, the one thing, take special care for really tight joints and stuff like that. Sand the rods and everything, and that'll help prevent snapping and breakage and stuff like that too. That's tough, man. I'm sorry to hear that. Brandon G, have you ever, Lil Andrew, have you ever tried the MSG 1/100 hands? I used them on a few seed no grade 100 hands. Yeah, and that's actually what I tried before the show. I have the Kotobukiya 1/100 MSG hands, the roundy finger ones, and they're not nearly as big as the square finger ones that I've used for everything else, right? So it's just weird. They're very, very small. Surprisingly small, actually. So it's very odd. I don't know. Let's see. George says Robotech, perhaps Macross. No way. Little Andrew says, "What's Macross? That sounds like a terrible show. Who would name a series Macross?" Jesus. Gumpel Uruguay, RX-78 Thunderbolt Verka. I think that may be the one. I don't know. Little Andrew says, Brandon, I have them in my drawer. Don't bother because the stock hands for the most part are okay. See, and that's lazy thinking, little Andrew. Lazy thinking, buddy. George says, fighting words, Andrew. Right? Little Andrew says, only to my robot mom if she's in this chat. No, I don't think mom is on tonight. Zero Cry Bailey, don't mess around when it comes to cool shit, for real. Yeah, boy. Bailey. Jesus. Alright, let's see. Let's see if these things are... See if this glue is set up. Oh, yeah. Nice. Okay, so now the big test. Yeah. Yeah. Nice. Woo. That works beautifully. That works beautifully. All right, so let's pop this sucker back together here. These are the good. These are the good fingers here. That's the good index. And here is proper thumb. We get the back of the hand back on this guy. Just like that, and oh yeah. Pretty solid, you guys. Pretty solid. That's not bad. Now, you can see a little bit of magnet poking up there, right there. That'll be painted, so you'll never even be able to tell the difference. So that's, I'd say that's quite a success right there. So pop that in there. And then let's put this whole thing together. Let's see what we've done. Ah, come on now. Okay. And then the hand will lock everything pretty much in place. Just like that. There we go. Ooh, looky, looky. It's not moving. It's not moving. And then this is going to come down kind of like this. This hand will come up underneath of the arm. Catch it. Yes. Can you imagine this big frickin' Sazabi Gelgoog monstrosity hand just coming up, grabbing the shit out of this thing and just stopping it mid-swing. Just be like, oh, no. Oh, yeah. Come on. That frickin' works. That works. Now we just wait on the other parts from our good friend Rensley Clark down in Australia. We've got a secondary arm. Yes. Yes. Woo! Yeah. All right, let's catch up with the chat because the chat is fun tonight. The chat is fun tonight, you guys. All right. Let's see. Andrew Young. Oh, Mom. Brandon G says, I like the level of detail on the 100 MSG hands. Getting them to hold some of the weapons was a pain. I wish I had known about Tim's magnet tip. Yeah, I mean, that or pins. Either or, I think is will be fine, right? So either or. Edwin RSA, well, gotta go for now. See you later, guys. Edwin, thank you as always for watching. Appreciate that, buddy. Lil Andrew says, my Hazel couldn't hold the Sinanju Stein rifle. Well, let's be honest. What can hold the Sinanju Stein rifle? So I just made my own pegs in the hands, and it fits nice and tight like a glove. Well, isn't that interesting? Lil Andrew says, need a magnet to keep it from dropping, though. I told you, nothing can hold that damn thing. Superset 5, what are your thoughts of Bandai teasing the maybe Master Grade Barbados, Tim? I'm wondering if the frame will have opening hatch gimmick if it's in Master Grade. I'm almost dead positive that it is a Master Grade Barbados. Mainly because I've known about it for several months. I can't tell you guys this, unfortunately. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that it's still a Master Grade Barbados at this point. So there you go. And I don't think that I'm not hurting anything by saying that at this point, mainly because they've already released the information about it, right? So I mean, but from what it looks like the inner frame of it is a little bit more detailed than the your normal, 1/100 scale IBO kits. So those are really nice to begin with, but I think this one will be more articulated. Like the shocks, especially like in the shoulders, will be connected to something and probably work. And, there'll probably just be a lot more detail in it. Proportionals will probably be better. There'll probably be some other gimmicks and stuff like that in there too. So, yeah. So, that's what I think. Do we need it? Debatable. Is it cool? Maybe. I would like it better if it was the Lupus. Mainly because that's my favorite incarnation of the Barbados, whatever. Are there other suits that are begging for Master Grade treatment? Bet your ass there are. So I don't know. I'll wait and see until this is released to see with what, am I going to spend my money on it or not? Probably not. Because I've already got a Lupus up there sitting on the shelf waiting to get built. So who knows when that's going to happen. So anyway. Let's see. Lil Andrew says, when are you going to start detailing the skirt? Soon. Probably over the holiday. Bry Guy. He says, hi guys, guess I'm late. LOL, long work day today. What's going on, Brian? Thank you for joining anyway, man. Andrew Young says, Master Grade Barbie equals waste of money. That's debatable. Julio Ponte says, I'm buying it. Fair. Lil Andrew says, Master Grade Alex 2.0 equals terrible proportions. Little fat shit like me. Yeah, you are a little fat shit. Yeah, I actually... God, I hate saying this, but I actually agree with Andrew. I'm not a huge fan of the Master Grade Alex 2.0's proportions, but this is the caveat, but they're way better than the 1.0 proportions. You can work with the 2.0 as opposed to it would have taken you an eternity to fix the 1.0. You can work with the 2.0, increase proportions and all that, and I think you'll be in good shape. But yeah, as it is out of the box, I'm not a huge fan of it. So, What are you going to do? Kenneth Sim, thoughts on new Bandai's nippers? Bandai has nippers now? I did not know that. I have no thoughts at this point, if that's the case. Andrew Young says, nah, let's go with the high-grade Penelope. I've never been a huge fan of the Penelope. I can see the appeal. It's big, it's pointy. It's outside of the norm of what people imagine Gunpla to be. I get it. It doesn't appeal to me. Donnie Baxter says, resources could have been used better elsewhere, but it's a money game for them. Barbies will constantly sell. That is a extremely valid point. That is an extremely valid point. Yeah. Bry Guy. Hi, Julio. Just doing good. Just bought a Porsche today. Well, shit. Congratulations, Brian. Holy shit. That is definitely a life-changing event, I think. Damn. What kind of Porsche did you get? Let us know. Because that's pretty important, right? Lil Andrew says, I can't bring myself to like the Master Grade Alex 2.0. I like the armor. Okay. Chartwin says, have you seen the Resin Alex conversion kit? The ID version. And Lil Andrew says, yes, the ID Alex is the best. I like it all the way down to the ankles. They fucked up the feet. The feet are too small. Feet are way too small. So, let's see. Rob Ambara's over there on YouTube. He says, not a big fan of the Alex NT. Yeah, I totally get that. I totally get that. Julio says, moving on up to the east side. Yeah, it's got to be a 911. Yeah, to Brian. That's definitely. George says, deluxe apartment in the sky. Nice. Jose Villard says, so funny story. I work at a Gunpla store. Nice. So one day this dude came in with Sanan Justani. Says, I did not like the color, so I'm doing a giveaway. Who wants it? And then he gifted the kit. Damn. Generous, right? Like he couldn't see what was on the box? I guess not. It's pretty cool, right? Pretty cool. Andrew Young, how about take the Alex 2.0 feet and just place it on the ID Alex? Yeah. Not a big fan of the Alex 2.0 feet either, believe it or not. Lil Andrew says 10 out of 10 fixed, easy peasy. No, it is not that easy peasy. Trust me. No. Let's see. Bry Guy says, LOL, nope, it's a Porsche 944, but got some restoring to do. Still nice looking. Dude, it's still a Porsche. What are you talking about? George says 944, nice, Bry. Gunpla Uruguay 944, classic Porsche, right? Lil Andrew says, damn nice, Brian. Yeah. Congratulations, man. That's a step in the right direction. Talk about street cred. Roll up in the 944. Shit, George needs that. We need to get George a 944 and a backward Kangol hat, and then he's right back into the golden age of hip hop. All right, I'm done. I'm done with it. I'm not gonna say anything more, George. I swear. That was my last salvo. Oh, but it's too good. It's too good. Zero Kai says, I just want Master Grade Blue Destiny of Unit 1 and 2. That's a good call, right? That's a good call. I like that idea. I like the proportions of the old what is it? B Club conversion, the one that I put on My Blue Destiny. I love the proportions on that because, it's a big barrel-chested proportion, same proportion as the rest of the Master Grade ground types, I might add. And it just is beefy and nice and good, and yeah, I like that. I like that. Bry Guy says, Tim, question, how do you pronounce details on kits when they barely show? Pronounce? I know there was another word that was supposed to be there. How do you paint? I don't know. Brian, remix that. Send back. Donnie Baxter says, nah, George needs a Saab. Ooh, a turbo Saab. Fuck yeah. With gold wheels, Donnie says. Nice. I love it. Yeah. Turbo Saab with shiny gold wheels. Come on, man. Hell yeah. And burgundy leather interior. Yes. That's a hip hop ride. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, Saab 900. George says that. Oh man. Lil Andrew says I wanted to do the Blue Destiny stealth unit using the ground GM as a base kit, but the new BD books show the units so slim because Naoki. Yeah, well. What's he know? Robin Barra, Master Grady Ifrit would be nice. Yeah, but they already have the RE, so I doubt that would happen, unfortunately. But it would be cool. I love the Ifrit design. Brandon G, how do you make the details more apparent? Okay. So, some of the things that I do, obviously outline, scribing, make sure to get a nice kind of pseudo shadow to make them pop a little bit more. That will hold the panel lining fluid when you go to panel line those details and stuff too. It'll make them look separate from whatever piece that it's attached to. Maybe throw on some decals on there, of a contrasting color. So say you've got like red shocks or tubes or something like that. Throw on a nice little white decal on there and your eye immediately gets drawn to it. Those are some of the things that I tend to, some of the tricks that I tend to, implement when I'm trying to get the user's eye or the viewer's eye to a detail or something like that. So yeah. Paint it, and obviously paint it a hugely contrasting color, right? So if you've got some like piping or something like that you want to make stand out, so say if it's if it's on the inner frame or something like that, or some deep down mechanical thing, paint it like a contrasting color, yellow, red, bright green, orange, something like that, something that you would not expect militaristic colors to look like, right? Those are kind of some of the things that I do. Maybe pop in just a little detail piece of plastic on there, right? If it's like at the corner of like chest armor or something like that, I'll pop little strips on there, paint those red to simulate lights. In your eye, it's instantly drawn to that if it's in a contrasting color. The other, like on the airdrop, perfect example was the little neon green bits that I added to the shoulders, to the top of the chest, to the feet and stuff like that. Those are areas where I wanted to draw a person into just a little bit more to make them see, oh, wow, look at all this detail here, right? So those are some of the techniques that you can definitely implement and get people's eye drawn into those details. So... good question. Very good question. Gunplay Miami, I want a Master Grade Mercurius and V8. Hey, you know what? I support that. I would definitely like to see those two. Believe it or not, speaking of, and I know George, they went over this on the IG Gunplay Hangout. My very first kits, the first kits that I ever bought and actually put together were 144 Mercurius and V8. I don't have them anymore because they were terrible. Hand painted them with a plastic bristled brush that I got at like Michael's or someplace. The old school square testers bottles. I didn't know what the shit I was doing. I was 19. I didn't know anything about modeling. But I saw the robots. I thought they were cool as hell. Bought some and one thing and here we are now, right? So yeah, I would definitely support that. Let's see. Gert. Shit, I always get tongue tied on this one. Gert McDirt. Fuck. Brian, are you meaning like rescribing shallow details or something? He says I meant to stand out instead of pronounce. I get it. It's cool. Andrew Young says Zeong 2.0 or Vercock. Get out of here, little Andrew. Bry Guy says that LOL, my vocabulary is pretty weak at the moment. Super tired. It's cool, Brian. We completely understand, man. Robin Barra just lost a piece on high grade Kempfer. Amazing. I'm working on. I hate that. I've done that plenty of times. Don't worry. You'll find it eventually. Little Andrew says, I may as well ask this in the chat. Anyone got a high mobility Zaku backpack? 1.0 or 2.0 works. Need to put in some works for my Psycho Zaku, right? Speaking of Psycho Zaku, George. George says, good days, Tim, right? Right, exactly. Gert McDirt. Hey, LOL, right? Hey. Good shit. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. But yeah, I love the Mercurius and V8. I really do. They definitely, being the first two kits that I ever made, definitely have a little special place in my heart, kind of quarantined off into the corner. So yeah, I would probably build master grade versions of those. Trick them out. Yes, I would definitely do that. I could see fully customized. Just, they would be amazing. Yes, you can take a tall geese and go to work on them, which, I mean, could be a very valid idea now that I think about it. But, we've got massive amounts of ideas, very, very little time. So, you gotta play around with what you got, right? But, you guys, let's go back to camera 2 just real quick. Look at this. That is nice and solid. Nice. I like it. Just a little wiggle, not a whole bunch. And once we prime and paint these fingers, those will tighten up a great deal. So I'm not worried one bit about that. But man, he's gonna be coming down kind of like this. Arm will be catching that in mid swing and crunch right into that. Yeah, that looks good. Little Andrew says Zach's Leo with the Merc and V8 custom bash was actually pretty cool. I liked it a lot. Cheesy Gumpa's over there on YouTube. He says, yay, rainy Tuesdays to you all. Man. Sirakai says to Andrew, you can do a high-grade version of the Blue Destiny of the Unit 1 Stealth, but I know you want a master-grade version of it. Let him cry. That's what I say. Let him cry. Poor little Andrew. Wah. Poor little Andrew. Andrew, it'll be okay. I promise, buddy. I promise. Mommy will make it all better. Mommy will make it all better. Look at that. Open palm. Not coming off. Just perfect. That's what we're looking for, you guys. That is a very, very good and proper use for using magnets. So 2 little disc magnets, a nice little block magnet in there. Just works. Bloop. Just like that. Real nice. Real nice. Real nice. All right. Let's see. Let's finish up with the chat, and then we're going to call it a night. Zero Kai, hey, I do high-grade custom work. Oh, I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying let Andrew cry. And Zero Kai says, and I'm starting to do master grade now, too. I know, right? Welcome to the dark side, man. Andrew says, Mommy isn't here. She abandoned me. Well, Can you blame her? Can you really? I don't think so. Bry Guy says, saw that Andrew is a Macross plebe now. Right? Little Andrew says, you know why I bought it. Because it was $60. Wah. And it's like double the price online. Wah. All I hear is crying noises when I read Andrew's text. Zero Kai, you got scammed. Yeah, well, it's Andrew. What do you want, right? So, all right. So, you guys, like I said, let's go back to camera 1 here real quick. Let's tie this up, right? We are going to be off for the rest of the week, okay? No streams for the rest of the week. This stream right now that we're on is the only one this week, all right? It's holiday week here in the US, so I'm going to take it easy for the rest of the week, and I'm just going to chill, build, get shit done, maybe learn Adobe After Effects finally, and maybe just kind of hang out and make some cool shit, right? I highly recommend that for anybody doing the same thing this week. Yeah. So, you guys, if you want to rep the Mecha Army, which I know that you do, because we all Mecha Army, let's get you all over to www.chadamecha.com. Hit up the store button up at the top. You'll be seeing shirts, hats, and bags, and all the other cool stuff on there. So go buy up some of that stuff. And if you are interested in any of the tools and materials that we worked with here tonight, hit the Amazon link just below here on YouTube and Twitch. That side, if you're watching on Facebook, sorry. And I do get a little bit of a commission based off of the stuff that you buy, so it goes to help out the stream. So please go ahead and buy some stuff, right? Aside from that, if you are interested in kits and paints and Mecha Decal 001W, go hit up my good friends right down here. USA Gundam Store, Adam and the folks down there will definitely be able to hook you up, right? So, Andrew says, can't wait to see Tim again in real life. Start crying so much. Julio says, soak it up, boys, right? Andrew says, you streaming on IG. Okay, so real quick before we go, I do want to talk about this. So I do want to start streaming, on Instagram. But I'm fine-tuning the setup. It's going to take some work. It's going to take some work, but it'll be worth it. Trust me. It'll totally be worth it. So patience, right? Patience. So anyway, Viper's down there on Twitch. He says, have an awesome week. Happy 4th of July. Man, you too, buddy. And to all of you here in the States, happy 4th of July. Have a very safe 4th of July. Don't blow your hand off with stupid fireworks and stuff like that. It's just not worth it. Or somebody else's hand for that matter. That's really not worth it. Be safe out there. Make smart decisions. Okay? Don't be stupid. And then just, build something cool. Yeah? Have fun. All right. As always, wonderful, wonderful stream. Thank you all for watching. Mecha Army. I will see you next week. Take care, guys. Bye.